Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. If you're watching YouTube, you can catch us live at twitch.tv/TalkSmile2. And if you are watching YouTube and you'd like to see, maybe leave a like, maybe leave a comment, maybe a little subscribe. And if you'd like to see, feel free to leave a dislike and tell me why. Either way, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and let's get into this. Alright, so I've made a decision. It seems to mostly just be Noisy Fan. We've tried everything. Nothing seems to be changing anything. It doesn't sound like it could be that it's the fans going on something. Could be it's not. Don't know. Hello! Hi. Do, how you doing? Can you hear me? Do please tell me. Or do I need to check? But hello! Alright, here's my plan of action. Cool. Good to know, good to know. The plan of action is I'm going to do Minecraft today. As far as we can tell, it just seems to be a Noisy Fan. I'm going to keep an eye on the temp, just in general, and just see how it goes. Still going to be short. Tomorrow's going to be Metroid, so I'm not going to have too many choices on that. And we're just going to see. Yep. Alright, let me get into the game. Yeah, I know that's gonna have issues. It always does at this point. Give the computer a second. Thanks, Minecraft. Alright, so I'm gonna keep an eye on everything, make sure everything works fine. Yeah. Hopefully. Alright, so. But I don't want it to be a long stream. I wasn't gonna do one. I'm not gonna do a long stream anyway, just because I'm not feeling my best. But yeah. I mean, everything other than the Noisy Fan sounds good now, so you know. That's good. The plan of action for the day. Just gotta decide. Make sure everything's still working. So we were working on this yesterday. I got the bottom here mostly completed. I am going to add in bookshelves. A little desk here. Probably want to do walls on the side, I think. I got, I don't think these are walls, so yeah. Honestly, I should just look at what the different wall types are. Just see. I kind of like the option of the red nether brick. It was a little silly. You know, let's do a tough wall on the side. That'll probably look good. Alright. And then I want to put one, let's just see. Bigger. I'll put one here, here, and here. Just enough space to go past there. I don't want a lot more space than that. Here, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and then I want that to be like a little gate, so that'll be fine. But yeah, that's how I want to do that. Alright. I don't need to check here, I need to check up here. So let's make top walls. I only need 5, as I said. Now see, here's the thing. I need to decide what goes on top of the wall. Actually, I kind of like the smoother wall. Let's do smooth ones. Alright. Just for like a side of a desk. So then it would come out to here, up, and then you'd put like a thing on top. See, the thing is, I feel like a half slab is like too high. Even if I was to put a little chair here. I don't think a carpet is quite high enough. I don't think I could put snow layers on it. I would do snow layers if that would work. Because I think that would probably be the best bet. Right? Unfortunately, I don't think you can put snow layers on a, wall. Let me go grab some and see. I'm still not going to the Nether today. We'll look in soon, but probably, maybe. But not right now. Alright. Yeah. And obviously this is going to stay and stuff, but... Hi, Thomas. It's mostly fine. It's still got the noisy fan. But nothing seems to be affected. I'm just kind of, today, keeping an eye on where it's, like, landing and stuff. Just to see. My mom went through it pretty thoroughly. It just doesn't seem to have anything. Like, I managed to find somebody who finally had the sound for it if it's like a... And that's not it. And it's just noisy. And I can't figure out why. None of us can. So, you know. I'll keep the other fan on just in case. I'll be on that just because the don't want the computer room to get too cold. But yeah, that's basically all I can really see, or anyone. I think it's just more likely that it might need to be like something that just not very comfortable doing. But we'll see. I love Wagon. It's still noisy. But yeah, I didn't think that would work. It's a shame you can't put snow layers on it. That'd be nice. But as far as I can tell, nothing seems to be wrong. Mom and little bro did a thorough clean out. Or as thorough as you can get. Sheen is not really designed to be taken apart. Because, I mean, obviously we had gotten it pre-built. Initially. It does does seem to be coming from the fans, yeah. A very specific fan on the back. It's not the GPU fan, it's not the CPU fan, it seems to be a case fan. But it's not the sound of ball bearings being chucked that noise, and that's not it either, you know? It just... yeah. Computer temps not being affected. It's bizarre. It'd be nice though. Yeah. I gotta be honest, it'd be nice if the sounds that come out of a computer, there was like places to actually find what they supposed would sound like. Yeah. You'll have to convince Mom of that one. But yeah, it's a noise. And yeah, I'm still keeping the other fan that's just the box fan in the room on. But no. Went through everything. Anyway, I'm still gonna probably do a short stream tonight because I do have a bit of a migraine. And then tomorrow is going to be Metroid. Because I'm doing this tonight. Yeah, I wish. But no, I mean, I do see that. Anyway. But, I mean, it could be worse. It really could. I think. And, well, yeah, it'd be better to be able to just fix it. I do think... it's, better that it be a little noisy. Oops, open. Whatever. Then to be bad, yeah. We'll see, though. On the other note, I seem to have gotten the other fan noises to be quieter, because I did the research into how to optimize how your GPU fan is working. And so those fans are now pretty quiet and nice. So it's just making the other one all the more obvious. We're just smoothing it out, you know. Went through a couple different ones, didn't just go for the first. Honestly, it's surprising. But yeah, it just seems... best guess is it's probably a case fan. We're just gonna stick with that, and we're just gonna stick with noisy case fan. Alright. But is no longer as noisy. I feel like I need to specify that, because it is a little bit quieter. Today's goal is probably I'd like to finish the library. Well, other than the bookshelves, maybe, because I feel like that's going to take a little bit extra work. But other than that, maybe I have to figure out where all those go. But I'd like to finish everything else off, just so that I would have it done. I think. Or maybe something else. Yeah. No, I don't disagree. Anyway, from what I saw, it can... Because I did look it up initially. We have the Canon WD-40. We don't have the fans. Is the mic? There's the mic. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Can you hear me? I just overloaded. Yeah. Nah. That's pretty normal. Well, I mean, that's just our drivers. That's its own thing. I gotta fix the VC face now, I think. Because it happens. Alright. It should all... No. Everything should load again. Alright. That's more normal. Because, you know, inputs. Alright, everything's good though. Other than that, it was just an overload. I think I wish it was less normal, but the drivers kind of have been since like a couple updates ago, and it is like software problem, not hardware. Let me be clear. I did research it to be like, okay, so why? And the answer was just 'cause Windows. And I wish I was kid. Anyway, that's right, chickens. The temp is still stable, so yeah. Oh, maybe we got babies still in there. Shall we leave the babies? Yeah, might as well. There weren't that many. There were like no eggs. Alright. Actually, yeah. Honestly, this is actually smoothed out. Good point, Thomas. So the GPU, I think, was just having its own issue. But, well, not really an issue. It just was like the fans weren't optimized, I guess. And that is definitely working better. For that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, good point. But that wasn't the problem, that was the other. Oh. I hate you. How did you spawn right... Where are your friends? What? In the... Okay. I'm not crazy. Right? The heck just happened? I mean, I've got a patrols problem here. I'm not gonna lie, but that's a new one. Yeah. Like, but there's nothing. I would have understood, like, if something was trapped or something. But no. It's not. You know what? My brain hurts too much for this. Yeah. Anyway, shall we go... Oh, wait. I don't want to go to the Mesa because I don't want to walk. And I don't want to take another. Yeah. I don't want to take another. Oh, I guess it's the villager way. Yeah, I do kind of wish you could, like, predict which, terracotta that you would need, you know? Or get, or have. Rather, which terracotta you would get from your villagers. Like, they want to do all these other changes, but they didn't want to do something as simple as that. Or maybe not simple, but if they were to do the changing the trades like that, I do feel like they should change the terracotta, too. Or just have it be plain. I don't know. I have some emeralds, so I'm gonna go buy some more terracotta. I have enough for 2-3 sessions. Then maybe we cut down some trees. We're gonna have to anyway at some point. And then use the wood from that to get sticks to get more terracotta. Or to get more emeralds to get more terracotta. It's boring, but it'll let it be finished. And no nether travel necessary. I mean, technically it's not necessary here either, we just have to walk a long distance. To be fair. So, long distance walk or cutting down tons of trees? Is it you? No. Where is he? He's not working yet, because nobody's working yet. Hello? Is it you? Yes. Guys? Doesn't my end like working? No, I'm not murdering the villagers. Hey, you work. The question was between cutting down trees and walking 2,000 blocks. Not killing villagers. Which is more preferential. I'm not taking another today because I don't feel like it. I think they're both going to be annoying, long, and slow. Realistically. I suppose if I just walk the several thousand blocks, I then can have other types of terracotta too. Which I should probably use. Probably. Alright, yeah. Yeah, first I'm gonna put the andesite in, and then I'm going to go to the mesa. I'll clear my inventory first before I do that as well, but I think that's gonna be the best bet. Not because I want to do it, but because it'll let me get more materials. Actually, I probably need a whole stack of this. Alright. Alrighty. Boop boop. There, and then you just pull this up here. Like so. There, and then you could even pull up a second one here. Like maybe there. Kind of like how that looks. And you can do the other side as well, like this, so it's got the 2. And then you'd have the 2 up there as well. Alright. I definitely need more. Alright, so I'll just build out the outside first, and then I'll probably go get the terracotta. I'm gonna go get a stack, though. I'm probably gonna end up needing to go and get a 3rd stack as well, but it's fine to start with. I do have a bed on me. Good. Alright. We come here, and we do this again. All the way across. Pull this all the way across. in here. And then from there, we can judge where we need to put everything else as well. 5. I think I have enough for like one side, maybe. Ah, nice. Perfect. One side, maybe. Alright, and then basically what I've done right now is I can go up like this. I still gotta finish the side of that as well. So I'll grab one more stack. That'll definitely finish. You know, half a stack. I don't think I need half a stack. Probably will need more than half a stack, but we're gonna start with half a stack just because it's easier to say, well, I only need half a stack more rather than I need another. I didn't need a whole stack. Alright. Oh, it's almost time to sleep. Alright, welcome back. So I'm gonna finish this. This is gonna just be kind of how that goes. I do like how that looks. I mean, obviously it's just a little offset that way, but I do think I'm gonna do it on the other side as well. And over here, even though you wouldn't be able to see it, I probably would also do that. Just the same idea, I think. Just kind of stability or something. I don't know. Something. I'm justifying stupidity, but it's mine. Alright. So this goes here. This goes here. One, two, here. 1, 2 here. And I just think that kind of will keep it a little bit more put together. In theory. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good. Well, minus the missing bits, but you know what I mean. Alright, so let me put these away and put everything else away. Actually, depending, they might get used in one of these other buildings, so let's just put them in. Let's put these over here. I'm almost definitely gonna come back for that. This is mostly full. We can put the pedals in here, though, I think. You know what? We have another one of these. It's not really justifying this. It's just more like, yeah. Random junk. Go. I also do need to repair my shovel. Just not yet. Alright, we have a bed. We have a direction. We know we gotta go. Thankfully, it's not that hard to get back to 0-0, and then the mesa's right next to 0-0. On the other side of 0-0. So that makes things easy enough. And I just got reminded why I don't do this method very often. Yeah, I just remembered why I don't go up here. But I do think there's a spot still over here, so that's all fine and good. Do I have any lights? Yes, I do. Why are you in here, chicken? Let's just give a quick light up in here while I'm passing by. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I know you exist. But no. I mean, realistically, this might actually help my creeper farm. But I'm not doing anything else today. There, just to be sure. Easy spots that can be easily found, but we'll have to come back up later. And oh yeah, I do gotta light that up. That's right. I was trying to see if there was a way up here. I don't think there is. Yeah. There's a bunny here. There's a couple bunnies here. What are you doing here, bunnies? I can make that jump. Come on. What's it called? Neo? Wrong button. Let me get my food back. No, I can't make that right now. Yep, I think I'm just going to go the long way, because I'm dumb. And can't figure my way back up. Although I could just water bucket it, probably, but... It's fine. I gotta go this way anyway a little bit. So, it's fine. And if I go too far, I'll just hit my old base. Or my original base, you know? Base 1. It's all good. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yay. Alright, there we go. Okay. And off to the... we know that's there. We can be a little bit to the side here. I still don't have a lot of room, but, you know, I have a room for some terracotta, and I'm not gonna be able to, like, mine that much terracotta anyway, so it's fine. Alright. Room. I'm so glad I stopped where I did. That could have been annoying. Yeah. Wow. That was... amazing. I do know we gotta sleep. Gotta wait for it to be right on the money. 5, 4, 3, 2... I went too early. Yeah. There we go. Easy. Alright, and then, yeah. We don't... well, I guess technically if I jump in here, I can get out over there, so... Alright. Alright. So then from here, we go there. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more over. Yeah. Still, I still go with, basically we run 3,000 kilometers, or we run 3 kilometers in the equivalent of 24 hours. We are so, or, well, not 24, but in the course of, over the course of, like, effectively 10 to 12 hours. Steve is not very fast. He's strong, but not fast. And if you're going a little bit over this just... I don't think I know that's the movie, Steve, but... yeah, I'd go with that just being movie, Steve, you know? I was more saying Steve put points into strength, not speed. technically. I mean, gameplay-wise, obviously that's because if you were to go faster, it would be definitely much harder on the brain and eyes, make you sick. Depending on how fast it goes and everything. But that would be mitigated by it not being a full cubic meter. The problem is that this is each a cubic meter. It's like, yeah, you're crossing this in one step, so in theory you should be going quite a bit faster. Because you're basically running 3 feet every time you move forward. No. We go instead with the whole, clearly, like, Steve, the Minecraft player is designed around strength, but it's just very slow. The sad thing is, like, that's the case even without that movie. The movie. So, yeah. Because, well, yeah. Exactly. I mean, rather, sorry, I just noticed, but exactly. Yeah, you can punch a tree down, carry literally, like, tons of gold. Like, literal tons, right? And any other material. It's just not very fast. So that's kind of where I go with it, is I just go, Steve is just not designed, or player in general, you know? And the only reason I even figured that out, like, the slowness, was... Well, this run. Because this run is about 3,000, like, just to get over here to this is... Well, actually, it's around 3,000 blocks-ish. Not even. But you could figure it to that. Exactly. Steve is a tank class. But yeah, in reality, well, it's like, oh, we're crossing this in seconds, right? You need to take into account things like... But for every second you're running, you're like... I did the math. Effectively, every minute is like 1.2 hours, I think. Basically. So, a minute of running is in reality like 1 hour and almost an hour and a half. In-game equivalent. And then when you take that into your speed, and then of course you can like go down that as well. If 1.2 hours is a minute, then about 1.2 minutes is a second. So 1 Mississippi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Effectively, because we started here. So you run 7 meters in about a minute and a half. Equivalent. Yeah. Seven meters or 21 feet. I mean, it's not that it's like super slow, but it is, well, especially when you compare it to what you would expect from Steve, I think it is pretty slow. I do love the new flowers. Those are cool. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like for the movie, they didn't do it right anyway. Like, the implication is that they've done right is that he became obsessed with mining and stuff. You can have him get chubby later, but like, I feel like he should have started out like malnourished when he first got to the Minecraft world. Because the fact is, if that's his obsession, if he's just like continuously going at it, then he won't have time for eating, sleeping, or anything else. Or if he does, it's only minor amounts. So, in theory, he should just appear half-starved and a little mad-eyed, you know? Kind of thing. Like, you can, like, that's where you'd go with that kind of thing, right? I mean, and here's the thing, you can disagree with me, that's fine. But that's just kind of how I feel like... I'm picking the best spot to kind of cut down. I'm thinking I'm just gonna start breaking that down. I'm gonna get a couple different colors. I think that one's pretty solid too. A lot of these are still mine shafts. Maybe not that one, because that's a lot of sand. Maybe that one? Here, we can even take the dead bush. But, yes. I'm just saying, if you get to the point where you decide to give in to your obsession and everything, you're not going to succeed immediately. You know? I don't know. I still go with it should be more like the Dinotopia. No, that's why I said once he's in the Minecraft world, then he can start, like, you could have it, like, be that as it goes along, like, especially if he's not moving around, going and doing things all the time, then he would slowly gain weight. I actually think that would make a lot of sense, you know? Now that your lifestyle is stabilized and da-da-da, and you really don't have much to do, especially if you start going to just building. I actually think there's a bit of logic to assume that perhaps you would start, I just think that immediately, that just kind of, I don't know. Let me just go back this here for now. I mean, that's just kind of where I look at it. I also don't think that I would do that for like, just having it be one person there for the movie either. But see, like I said, that's just my style. Boom, bop, bop, bop. Alright. But yeah, no, I would say that, like, after it's time, yeah, no, totally. If you're not moving around. How's Buna doing? Buna is asleep, the Sunabuna. You know, they added bushes, but I don't think they have the ability to make them to dead bushes, which I think is a bit of a shame. It would have been nice if they had a renewable way to get them. Especially since to get the fallen leaves, all you gotta do is cook leaves. I'm pretty sure sure they didn't have that. Oh well. Anyway. But no, like I've said, I think I'd go more kind of like as I've said, I'm not as into the movie. Alright. Instead, I'm working on getting some terracotta. I need quite a bit, and I figured as long as I'm here, I can collect other colors of terracotta as well. And maybe make decisions on doing other buildings up with terracotta, you know? But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where I go. I go with the movie as I go. It's... kind of odd. Like, just a couple things. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so we'll get a bunch of terracotta, and then we can dye the terracotta the colors we need it to be. And then we're gonna have to deal with the sound of the desert in our town, because of course that's how the new ambient sounds work. Can't just have it stay in the biome. Nope, you have to take them with you. But you don't take the biome with you, just the noise. I don't know. I just don't like it as a method. Because, I mean, well, I kind of get it. At the same time, it's just kind of like... Well, it's not exactly disappointment. It's more like... It just feels like it should either be one way or the other. It doesn't really feel like it should be this in-between. That oh yeah, you take the sound with you, but you don't take the biome. You just have the nuisance. Because you wanted to build with terracotta or have sand or something. I mean, it's the kind of jankiness that is Minecraft, but not in the way. Hello, Mr. Kenji. How you doing? I don't know. They decided they wanted the desert to be more immersive, but they didn't want to tie it to the desert. It's a little odd. Hello, how you doing? I will be doing Metroid tomorrow. I do promise. Today's just Minecraft day. Yeah, it's... I'm still gonna call it Mesa. I don't care that they decided it's the Badlands. It's a little... odd. To only pick one type of Mesa. Alrighty. But yep, I'm gathering terracotta for building purposes. As I need more terracotta. And since I'm not going through the nether right now, I do like them. I was just saying, I do wish that the sounds that they've now added stayed in the Mesa and Desert. And didn't come with the terracotta. It's just a little weird. But no, I do like the biome overall. I think it's a cool biome. Yep. No, that's the Farlands. And it still is the Farlands on Bedrock. I mean, this is Java, so you can tell by the nasty color of the water here. Honestly, not really. Not since 2023, at least. You would think it would, with, like, ancient cities and stuff, but nah. Like, I would go... Fair enough. Like, here's what I'd say. I'd say, like... 2017 to maybe, like, 2021? 2022? Yeah, I'd agree. Huge changes to the game, but since then, it's basically just kind of been... Here's an underground structure that you have to try and find. That is extremely rare. Have fun. Or, not extremely rare, but kind of rare. Ah. Oh, I get it. Fair enough. Yeah, that's true. They did definitely change. Yep, they stopped updating that. And your Xbox broke. Fair enough. I get that. That makes sense. And, yep. No, Minecraft would be very different from Minecraft, yep. And here I'm just... Cool. Happy birthday. Or happy early birthday, I guess. Yep, I see it. I can understand, yep. Yeah, very. Alright. Oh, right, I can't sleep yet. Sun must touch the horizon. You know, I think the next Minecraft update is going to be the weirdest. In a very bizarre way. Cool. Alrighty. I hope you have a good day. But no, I am serious. I think the next update's going to be super strange just because, I mean, if it is what it looks like it's going to be, Bedrock is going to get an update that Java doesn't. And Java is going to be the one waiting for parity. That is technically guaranteed, but will never be exactly the same. And that's like the first time in a really long time. Mind you, it's just the vibrant visuals, but like that does mean shaders will be supported completely. Shader support, basically. Very strange. Whereas Java basically gets, like, because Bedrock gets like everything else as well. From the gas, or the happy gas to the lead changes to all that. It's just they also get vibrant visuals. Yeah, it's one of these, right? It's a little weird to think about. I mean, obviously, though, to be fair, it's because Bedrock has the Render Dragon, and Java does not. So, I mean, that is how that goes, but still, it does feel just the tiniest weird bit strange to think that. And I say this as someone who started as mainly I started as a Bedrock player, really. I mean, I started here as Java, but, like, more than playing on the rare occasion, I started playing because on my phone. It was easy. I think the Happy Gas will be nice. I do think it's a bit... I mean, I know they're going, oh, it's a drop, but it does feel a little... Especially, like, after the last update, or drop. Kinda... Like, I hope whatever they're working on in the background is huge. Because it definitely feels like each one is getting less and less. In its own weird way. But who knows, maybe it'll, like, super speed up now that the person who makes the blocks. We focus on that, but I don't know. I think the Happy Gas is cool. Oh. It's interesting. At the same time, though, like I said, it just feels... Especially since the last update was kind of closer to being like a copy and paste of just... Quite literally. The flowers and the dried leaves are retextured. Like, they were already in the game. And they just got retextures kind of thing. I don't have enough room. Okay. Alrighty, I hope you have a good night's sleep. But no, like, to me, like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, it feels... odd. I know that they said that some of them are going to be smaller, some of them are going to be bigger, but I don't know. It kind of feels like the last two were pretty small. And I think I put them all back so that I can pick them up later. I think that'll be good. Oh, you know, I could just... and then get a little bit extra. After all. Anyway, but that's just how I feel. I don't think you have to agree with me at all. And I'm not, like, saying it as a, oh, I'm never gonna play Minecraft again. I'm just saying it just kind of feels a little disappointing. That... They pretty literally have kind of turned into the meme in the weirdest way. But you know, I mean, that's fine. It's just weird. But who knows? Maybe they will figure some. They'll have like something last minute. I doubt it. Realistically. I don't know if I'd have done the lead changes, actually. I mean, the linking together, I think, is cool. I don't know if I'd change the recipe. It feels... How does one put this? Wait, I can dump an item. I just remembered. I was just looking at it. I was like, how do I pick up my bed? Where is it? It was right over here. Yeah. So, let's just put... I don't really need the white right now. Or, you know what? Dead bushes. I can come back for dead bushes, because I do still have some at the... Yeah. Hello, Kenny! Okay. Bye-bye. I hope you have a good day. Hey, I'm not trying to complain. It just... Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm a weirdo. As I've said, for me, a Java update that I would be, like, excited about no matter what is if they would change the water of the desert to be the same as, Bedrock. I wouldn't care anything about the rest of the update. Just because it's such a shame that it just doesn't look quite as good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. No. I know what song you're referencing. Yeah, see, like, imagine if this was that teal color. That would be nice. It's so nice. But yeah, I just... yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I think that's where I go with it. And I know that, like, if it was the Didim water and all that, I just feel like the more water type colors would be nice. It'd be nice to be able to have some coloration that just kind of goes through, that signifies what is where. Because it does get a little annoying as well with the water to be like, okay, so where am I actually going to get hit by rain and stuff? So it even kind of is just the full... Shush. I'm just saying, I know, like, it's like, oh, I'm just complaining, and I am just complaining, but I am saying there are updates, things I would probably be happy about, and be like, yay, no matter what. we check on Pink Sheep? It's not over here. It's a little further onward, I think. If I can figure out where Pink Sheep is. Thanks. But the thing is, like I've said, things I think I'd be... You know, I wouldn't mind anything else in the update if they would do. One, yeah, the water. It just... It's so sad. That's just plain water. And it doesn't really look very nice with. It makes it clash kind of horribly. And then another one, fixing ancient cities. I think that's another one I'd just be like, I'm fine with. Sure, I might never see it, but this would be a win. Because obviously I've already found the ancient city near me and all that, but just going back, cleaning up, things like that. I think those kinds of things I'd be happy about. I don't necessarily need an end update. And that's kind of where I go with it, is I don't... I mean, an end update would be nice. Let me be clear, I would not mind an end update. I feel like I gotta specify this. But... like... just going back and updating some of the structures, maybe doing small things. I honestly still go with... oh yeah, it's over there. I do have a Pink Sheep over there. I also have one by my base. Or my current base. I don't feel the need to go there. But, like... and this is kind of what I thought they were going to do when they added the Happy Gas. I thought they might add a, and the lodestone recipe changing. I thought they might add lodestones to the Nether Fortress, and then you'd be able to find compasses that connect to a lodestone, kind of like a map. I thought that would make sense. Or like pickling bartering, but for one or something. But that it would connect to the lodestone in the, I'm not sure I've actually gone that direction. I mean, I have to. Actually, no, I have. And that would just be a way in-game to be able to kind of find that. Which would just be nice. And I mean, it doesn't have to be something, it doesn't have to be fancy to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing I think would just be a nice update. If you find you have the ability to find a lodestone that lets you find, or not lodestone, but a compass that leads you to a lodestone that is another fortress or bastion. But it feels like they just kind of don't care about their own thing that they want to do, which is keep everything in-game. If I have to leave the game to go find out where the fortress or a bastion is, I do feel like that is still bad game design. Especially when there's ways to mitigate it at this point. But I would just be happy that they would add something like that. I don't even think they have to add anything else to it. Just like find a way to kind of incorporate a lodestone. And then ways to find it to it. Boom. Perfect update. But, yeah. You can disagree with me if you want. That's fine. I know Kenny loves to disagree. Yeah, those are the kinds of things I'd like to see. Nothing crazy over the top, just... Things that feel kind of common sense. With everything else that's in the game currently. I'm being silly. Anyway, but that's just kind of how I feel. I mean, I've come up with lots of cool things as well that are just never gonna come to the game because they're in general. But, or it would be considered OP to be more exact. But, like, I think things that would make sense are things like just for nether locations, or maybe even in locations to some extent you could find a lodestone too. Heck, stronghold. I don't think they should. Let me be clear. I don't think they should do that because they've already got the Ender method. But yeah, I do think the fortress makes sense since nothing else really leads to that. Hello, little ocelot. Alright, and now it's raining. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I think, that's the thing I do think is going to be cool with the update on Java. And Bedrock. Fog. It's coming to the game. You know? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. And the ability to get an early Elytra. Maybe not out of feathers, maybe out of phantom membrane. Since that's what you use to repair them. But maybe like you take phantom membrane and you combine that with... I think it'd still be good to keep like a mid game. If I'm being honest, so maybe some nether items. But then the ability to get to... Exactly, yeah. See, that's where I go. I'd love, especially since the lodestone has been implemented in the game and now costs an iron ingot and not a netherite ingot. Although I don't think it makes that much difference, because the fact is, it's a lodestone. It wasn't that fancy. It wasn't something to, like, go, oh, I'm just gonna go steal this instead of take one. Or make my own, kind of thing. By the way, it's just, that was the thing, like, I kept expecting when they added them, is like, you know, they're gonna add them to the fortress in some way, because they themselves said that they wanted it to be that you can go and find everything without having to leave, without having to use, like, debug controls or anything, right? Because that's not really meant to be in the game. Only to never actually implement it in a way that can be used. It's a shame. And that is kind of that's kind of where I go with it, is it's like, I get it, sort of, but not really. I'd get it more if there was... How to put this? Oh, it is turning to be night. Monsters are about to come out. I'll just sleep. I was gonna try and sleep at my my house, but I'm not there yet. But yeah, I do kind of lean towards I feel like if you have something, use it. Especially since they've made a way to find trial chambers, right? Via villagers. Again, how do... Well, I guess villagers know because the Wandering Trader probably knows, but... Still... But point being, like... Beyond that... And this is where I would go with this. It's just like, there's so many locations that there isn't anything like that. If I'm supposed to be able to find it, I'm supposed to be able to find it. If I'm not, yeah, see, this is how you know I've been here. There's my base, my starter base. That I never finished. You can see how different things, like, just statuary-wise, have changed. All in 3 statues. Right. I mean, obviously we've got our sheepies and our llamas and stuff here, but yeah. Yeah. Mooseworth the second. It never existed. And Mooseworth the third is the one in the back. Yeah. And of course, Ender Dude, who is always perpetually angry. And our Barbie Dream House. I'm gonna just go ahead and hit the bed for now, just so that if I do die, I come back here rather than, you know, elsewhere. Just in case. Only build I've ever planned. Yeah. You can tell exactly when 1.20 hit. 1.20. Because then I went out to go find cherry blossoms, and then we basically never returned. I mean, we did return for a while, but... not really. Realistically speaking. And the copper's finally turning green. Uh, 1.20.6. 1.21.6. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nerf Marshall? And big. You'll have to tell me if I'm wrong or right. Alright, how you doing? But yeah, I mean, basically, because we just started because my hand had... Technically, it would be 1.22 this year, except they're not doing 1.22 unless the Happy Gas is 1.22, in which case they are definitely not making the right decisions there, but that's on them, not me. And if you want to know how close we are to the starter base from where we live now, let me see here. I don't need bones, so if it was a dog, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, 1 second. Let's climb this mountain. I didn't even put two and two together until I started actually heading back to spawn it, or not even spawn, really. Okay, climb the mountain. Ooh, mountain. Oh, lots of familiar mountain there. And burned everything. Anyway, explains why there's no wolves here. Let's just climb up a second. I think I'm a little over, but not by much. Bum ba-dum ba-da-da-da-dum ba-dum-da-dum bum-bum-bum bum-bum. I probably went the wrong direction again. Nope, never mind. Found what I'm looking for. I went a little bit off, but not by much. And then I did that. But yeah. We just, go a little farther over that way, because I picked the wrong mountain-ish. Oh look, spooters and things. It's basically over a mountain. That's how close I am. This is, we can see that from the city at this point. But the reason why it, didn't really occur to me is because I went around the mountains. Yeah. Basically, yeah, the base is, like, right over there. Not even, it's actually over there, I think, but... Because I basically ran around the long... I keep saying basically, but... I kept running around the long way, because it's not even basically, that's exactly what I did. No. I didn't ever put two and two together that the, yeah. And then I did the nether portals, which make it seem even further away, because it's like, oh, that's kind of far, so it must be even far. No, it's not that far at all. It's just over there. I'm so brilliant. But I mean, to be fair, I picked this one specifically because of the village up there. And I was like, I can make that cherry blossom. So I was also looking for a village. I also didn't realize there was like a village over there. So if I gone straight, I would have found a village instead. I did not find that village until after I was on this side, which is why I didn't realize that it actually was that way. That just shows how bad I am at traveling, or in general. But somehow, a base that's basically kind of over there-ish, I kept coming from that direction. When I would get to the city. And I didn't come across the town that was over, or the village that was over there. Yeah. My life. It figures. In reality, it's not that far. It felt far. Yay. We'll just have a couple of these that I can't use right now in here. Alright, so I'm going to make myself some more light blue terracotta. We're going to do that by snagging ourselves some lapis. We'll do 4. 6. I don't know. And then we can make 12. I know really I only need to do 8, but it's like 1.5 at a time. But, you know, 1.5 stacks isn't bad. Because I do think I'm going to need it. Oh, right. Yeah, 1.5 stacks. Anyway. At this point, I do know, though. Alright. Since that's not gonna matter anymore, I'm gonna do this side first, just because it's easier to get up on this side, and then we can add in a roof as well, potentially. Because then as I come in, I just go there. And I might have more than I thought I needed. Which is fine. In fact, I'd rather have more than I need than less than I need. Because we can use it on other things as well. Nice. Alright, so for the roof... I mean, we could technically do more of the same as this. It is obnoxious. But that's to be expected, I mean... And the question then becomes, because we don't want it to be... Because it is actually 4 tall, and I do want it to stay 4 tall. Let's remove this here. Alright. I mean, I know I could bring it up the one, and then that would just be fine. Like... that. How do I want to do this? Alright, I'm gonna need more of these. And then maybe what we do is... Ouch. Still got some of these over there, right? So I dumped them over here because it's like, yeah, you know this. Nah. Alright. So what I'm thinking is bringing it up an extra step. Just a little. And then that can just kind of look okay. Hopefully, I'm just gonna have to see. If it doesn't look okay, it's fine. If it does look okay, alright, it's fine. But we gotta know from here, because we're not gonna see anything else anyway. Alright, how's this look? Yeah, I'm against that. I think that's fine. And then that can go on top. And that'll just keep anything from spawning. Alright, but first, let's get this roof in, other than there. And yeah, and then the whole thing is basically just obnoxious, but that's fine. It's kind of how it's always, it was always going to be, to some extent. Do we have more of this grown? Actually, yeah. I probably should do at some point. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. What I should probably do is I should just... make a bamboo farm. I probably wouldn't use it for anything other than like having sticks and stuff, but it still would be useful to have. So long as it doesn't become overfilled. Perhaps the ability to turn it off would be good. Realistically. Since this can just be done like that. There. And then we can just kind of build the shape out a little bit so I can see what goes where. So I can know how to do things. So I'm thinking here, if we do this here, and then we did this here, then I'm just gonna use this a second. So we go back down. And this can go there. There. Alright. So this... I need more. Luckily we have a ton of bone meal. And so we can grow a ton of bamboo. Maybe not a ton, but you know. At least a little bit. There. And then that could be turned into another 24. But I think from that, it's gonna be fine to just kind of have it be done, other than adding in the top for the desk. And yeah. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. It's 2 in here. So I'm thinking 3 on each side. And then it could be like that. Let me go sleep. There we go. Alright, and then let's just grab, I think I'm gonna get another stack. Maybe half a stack. We'll start with a full stack and we'll make a stack. It'll be great. Alright, shiny. Then that actually feels like a full building. Oh, I forgot to do this side. But I'm actually doing this for over here anyway, so it's fine. Plus, I also know that I'm gonna definitely need more than this, so it's fine. There as well. Let's just put this down here. We'll get more bamboo, because we're just gonna need it. There. I should do that. Yeah, I wouldn't have had enough anyway. But I do have enough to put in the lights. Perfect. I think that'll do. There. Let me go grab some more bone meal. Nice. Alright. And I'll just throw a couple of these up. Nice. Alright. And then, yeah. Perfect. I think that's enough. But yeah, and then once that's done, it'll be good. Let's just put this in place here. No waste. And then I do think I'm gonna leave this one as is, because it does seem a little annoying to kind of have the lights that you'd have out and about in your personal space. Sure, it's not a great space to be, but it's your space, you know? Would be the idea. Well, not. Close enough, though. Alright. So, let's just get the last stack, and that'll all be good. Hopefully. Alright. And then we just turn these into these. These into these. These into these. That's 12. I think that's enough, hopefully. Also, let me get the andesite. Alright, I think I want 48. Because I don't think it's the full... I don't think it's full stack exactly. I think a stack and a half of these will do it. I don't think it's 2 whole stacks. Alright. First we're going to see how much we can lay down of the ones that are left. Yeah. I have more than enough now. And I might have enough. I don't think I do necessarily. I might have more than enough. I don't think I necessarily do, but, you know, who knows. There. No need to have spawnable space. Okay. Also, the light will get blocked because of the half slabs. Okay, I might need... well, see, I might need a full 2 stacks, but I don't think I do. Alright, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there just 7 here? So 14 plus 2 is 16. So it's still not quite a stack more. It's just almost a stack more. Let me grab that last little bit. That's about how much I need. Exactly how much I need. Okay. We can climb up here. Boop, boop. Oh wait, I need one more. Yeah, I'll get the last one. It's almost done. It'd be so nice if I had that last one. Just kind of sitting in one of these, but I don't think I do. So do. Alright. Now all it needs is bookshelves. I kind of want to see how it looks. And of course the outer part here, the outer shutters. That's kind of it. In all honesty, if I was to add the outer shutters, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that there's no books on the inside, so I might just add the outer shutters. Hello, sketchy NPC. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. You see, today's task is completing the outside of the library, which I've been putting off. I mean, I guess technically these probably should be done as well, but I don't think it's that necessary. Because the lights will... Well, not on this side, I guess. But you're doing alright. I'm doing okay. I'm just making some decisions. Forget what? But yeah, the inside's good. Yeah, actually I have. It's... The problem is going to be probably over here. I'm kind of concerned this isn't going to be lit. But I might just stick some lichen up here to kind of simulate that, so... But yeah, this is my single player world. To be fair, this is over the course of several years. This and the stuff up top. And thank you. Nothing's finished, unfortunately. Yeah. The only thing that's done is the village upstairs, because it's a village and had to be done, but the wall, I think that's the hardest thing, has been the wall. Everything else has been... It's just building a building. And then realizing you haven't finished building the building and then going, I'll get to it eventually. Thank you. Yeah. I suppose. But yeah, about... I think it's still, like, only, like, 2 years ago? Let's see, this is the stuff that's done. And I mean, you could tell that I basically started right before 1.20. I think. 1.20 was when they added the flowers, right? And the cherry blossoms. Whatever one that one was, when they added cherry blossoms. That's when we started. Like, right before that, because I had to go out and find a cherry blossom. I found one right next to a villager. A village. So do I. I just don't stay over here. Since Fire Tick is on, because I'm stupid. They're trying to train some villagers to actually stay at, like, their beds. Fire Spread is most definitely on. Because I can't turn it off without connecting to this Java. And it's like, of course. But some of these, I just, like, I already had, like, designs, and I just used my designs for, like, other things. And they probably won't burn, but... Some of them, the idea was basically just along the lines of, if they were to actually make a Cherry Blossom Village, what I think it'd be like. I mean, this is maybe a little big, but... Because I didn't realize I couldn't turn it off. Thomas. That's where I've learned to go and check. Because I figured, oh, I can go turn it off later, only to learn, no, that doesn't work. Because this isn't Bedrock. Unfortunately, I mostly had played Bedrock for years and hadn't realized things that I considered fundamental normals are not treated normal here. I just kind of wish... To be honest, I mean, it just means I've learned that there's things I always will turn off if I start a new Java world. And I don't think that that's what they intended, though. But yeah, the thing that took the longest was actually this. In a lot of ways. To get to and then make. Mind you, not the actual mountain digging, that was part of this. So, you know. But, like... breaking down the blocks, da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, over the years, I've just kind of really just been slowly working through this, kind of developing more of a style that I kind of like, utilizing and stuff. Happily accepting updates that will let me do things I like. Like, I do like the way these look. The lodestones, especially with the smooth stone. But, you know, I mean, I had to kind of come up with how I wanted to do it. Oh! No, we don't want to go down in there because we don't want to... Cause they did make that, but that's like, I gotta remember not to go into it. Sorry, I gotta check on my creeper farm. I don't hear anything. But I know I've been all over the map and it's gonna take a sec. More. But no, the thing I'm happiest with is actually something that I did more recently. That might seem not as impressive, but I don't know, for me it's more impressive. And it's not the digging out part. Again, I mean, the digging part is easy. You just dig and you dig and you dig, and eventually it gets done. Especially... Nah. Oh, there's a Shloom. Hello, Shloom. So this... You know, I'm gonna put this down here so I can know this is a spot that seems to be a slime chunk, so I can check that later. Because I've never come down right when the slime is right where it would be, so that's a slime chunk. I don't know about over here. I know there is one somewhere over here. Somewhere. What am I lost? So, just going down this way. I'm more likely to remember it because I know that I don't like bamboo. I'm using it, but see, this is what I did that I'm pretty happy about. Because this was literally just kind of done. I winged it. I knew the shape I knew what I wanted. Sure. Dogs have horns. To be fair, it's not the most obvious necessarily. Here, a slightly better view of the horns. But, like, yeah. But I was pretty happy because I did it completely from scratch, or, yeah, scratch as well. But, I mean, I didn't have any, like, anything. I just literally kind of threw it together. Other than I had an idea. Quite literally the entire thing here. I was just like, I could put a statue. This was wall, by the way. This wall here kind of came over to there. Add a little space up there, kind of, but not really. But I just knew that this would be the perfect place to put a statue. As usual, it wasn't gonna start out as that. I kind of just decided, you know what, that might be better. The irony is that this is the second time I started out going, I'll just build a full, because the idea is... So this is the resistance area, but basically the idea for the statues that they were originally like float pieces for like an old warehouse for Christmas. So like Christmas floats. And as time went on, like they fell into the ground and stuff slowly. But yeah, this year the Santa became a deer. Last year it became a Santa gnome. So it was still kind of Santa. kind of figured it was a joke, but still, it's just like, yeah, I know. It does. But I'm pretty pleased with it, because I was... Even though I find the pale forest kind of dumb, I felt the wood would just kind of look really nice as a deer. I also have a Christmas village, but I'm not going into the Nether right now, and it's just 5,000 blocks out-ish in that direction, and I just don't feel like doing that today. I've already traveled the other way to get terracotta. But yeah, and then last year, or rather the Christmas before that, I built this guy. And again, he started out as a normal Santa, just to be clear here. And then I realized around here-ish that it wasn't going to be tall enough, and I didn't want to build even more. I have to, like, finish this room. So he became a Santa gnome. Which I like Santa gnomes, so it works, but I acknowledge that it's a, like, I don't know. I never build what I'm planning to build. Oh no, it's fine, okay? Yep, it's fine. I am about to finish up probably, but... I mean, that is why I decided I went all the way down there. I think I still have some lichen here, so... Let's hope I still have some lichen up here, otherwise I'm gonna be like, that was the other thing I went down there for. I was just like, I'll just get that while I'm there. Only to completely leave it. Nope, okay, we do have... I should probably build one of these up here as well. I don't know where I'd put it. Either way, though, for the one side that's not gonna be, kind of hit by some form of light, or two sides, I guess. We could even kind of put in a little bit like this. I think it's okay to actually go a little bit further. I wish I knew. And then we'll just kind of put that there. Put that there, put that there. There. Might as well put that there and there. What do I do on the side? And I guess there. They'll do. That should keep all the spots that are needing to be lit up, I think. And it shouldn't look too crazy. That should do it. Well, now I need bookshelves. I could sell stone for bookshelves, basically, and sticks for bookshelves. If I had more leather and paper, I probably could just make them, and I mean, obviously they'd be cheaper than selling the materials to make them. But I don't think I have that much leather. You guys still get to live for a little bit longer. I'm just trying to look around and see what I've got kind of lying around. Of course, as I said, I could just do the outside. I do have quite a bit of leather, but like I said, I don't think I have enough for all the bookshelves. Or I suppose I could do empty bookshelves and then stick the books on them. But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of them being... a little kind of crazy. Although I guess we could have a kids' corner down here, and that could definitely have that kind of style where there's fewer books for that, right? Like maybe right back here. Let's just see. So, bookshelves. Let's do this like this. Like that. Not quite enough. But we got 6 that way. Most of my chests are organized. Except for those. I'm gonna get around to those eventually, but they're basically more like... How do I put this? They're the one I don't have... Yeah, that could be like the kids' corner. They're the one I'm just not getting around to cleaning something up. Like, if we go over here instead, let's be really honest. All of these are organized when they have stuff in them. Well, I moved those, but... So that's all stone. These are all frog lights and blaze rods, just because that does seem like that kind of lighting. Dusts of different kinds, whether it be creeper dust or it be glowstone dust. Eyes. Leather items. Although I guess technically this is a string item, but this is... I'm still going to count it as a leather item, even though I know it's technically going to be made out of string now. Bones, and I probably need to move these, but... String and spider bits. Books. And just things you get from a librarian. So see, there is some organization to it. It's just that the ones out here, I just kind of... need to get around to cleaning up. Everything has a place it goes. Just to be clear, I mean, it actually does. I don't have that much room on me. I need to actually put stuff away. My inventory. Let's see, like these go here. Terracotta of various types goes in here. It's raining. Oh, this is the perfect weather to see it. This actually makes for a pretty good scene. But quickly gonna just kind of turn down the light first, because obviously never do anything with the full light. Actually, let's just get back to the sleeping area. I mean, look. And of course it'll have shutters, but I don't know. I kind of like being able to have it in its environment that it belongs in definitively. Especially since I do kind of want to finish. Here, let me grab this a second. Alright, and then the other chests here are, other than that one, and it is a very specific one. These, this, and that. Really, you know, we can start moving these over to where they will go. Rather than kind of having them where they do go. This is another stuff, right? No, this is another stuff. That's that, that's that, that's that, that's that, and that's that. And then we can have, maybe this goes not in there, but in here. There. And this can go in there. And then flowers of various kinds. Probably go there. See, I do have places where things go. I'm gonna keep ignoring that. Let's grab wood items. We can do that pretty quickly. These can just kind of get dumped in the miscellaneous shelf. This is basalt. You know, I'll leave the snow here for a second. For one more wood item. I do need more room for more wood-related things. For now, they'll just go in this one. To be fair. It will be fixed. Probably. I'll probably just, like, add them to a different place. And then with that, it'll just kind of be... Oops, I forgot. Yeah, we'll put the basalt away in the next round. We've got enough items here. We can kind of clear out a little bit more. Dripstone is easy enough. Copper is pretty simple. Redstone bitty bits. These will go over to the other area. More wood items. These have their place. Better, Kenny? This goes here. Goes here. This goes here. Goes here. Terracotta goes in here. Still need more room for the wood bits, but it'll get better eventually. You know, this technically goes with here. Yeah, I already had some here. Okay. The salt goes on this one. These are bits that go in here. Oh, I could put the slime away too. Slime stuff goes in there, including magma cream. It's okay. Yes, where the stars have gone, they hide it from my eyes at dawn. Fading from view, they disappear. I'm blinded by the dawn. And all alone. Boop and boop. If I still don't have a location for this, it's just going here. But I don't need to see, so just tell me where to go. Even though all my life has been fading, and I want me to be there to face the unknown. But tonight I've been blinded by the dark. With the fear, I will reach for the dawn. Even when the stars seem far away, I can't be blinded by the dark. Blinded by the dark. Actually, no, that's the same one. And then it just like pushes again, so it's the same. But anyway, see, this chest is now empty. That chest is already basically empty, I believe, other than, yeah, extra chicken. And then this one still has, I guess, some food I can put away. These can be put away. This can be put somewhere. I'm pretty sure I have muddy mangrove ribs somewhere. Bee nests. I'll put by where technically it would probably go. Fire charge. I guess we could put these away. I have a second to go ahead and go do this real quick. Alright, so food. I'm just gonna put bread in here. Technically, I wouldn't necessarily, but like, what am I gonna do? Apples go in there. Moss has these. Honey mangrove goes in with regular roots. I'm sure it goes somewhere else. For now, it goes there. It makes sense there. Put these in here because same idea, basically. It makes sense to put these in here. I might have put them elsewhere, but I don't know where I would have put them. Let me go sleep. Alright. And they'll be done. I think. Put her snow away. To be honest, these are basically items that it's like when I'm going out, I kind of need. That's part of why they're here. Or will want. Eventually. I don't remember what this map is for. I think it's for village? I don't remember what village it is for. And that's a treasure map that I will figure out at some point. I think I'm gonna leave this in here as well. This is just gonna be this stuff. Having an extra clock there just in case. There. Are you satisfied? And it will probably move around a little bit more. Like, that chest probably won't stay there. It'll go elsewhere, but for the moment, that's where that goes. Paper can go in with that. This just goes over here because this does go in there, so that's where that's going there. Just to explain that. Put that down. Boom. I think everything else just goes over in one of two locations. Neither of which being here, so. The rotten flesh goes in here. Because I just don't want to have it in multiple locations. And then everything else kind of just goes over here. So the dirt goes in here. I need a chest. I'll get that done. But other than that, nether vines, we'll have the nether vines together. Bitty grass, this. There. Snow can go here. Maybe this one? Oh, that's bone meal. maybe here for now. And then... I mean, those are those. So we can put these in here as cave items. Just something different. Should do it. Other than the dirt. But I have other places to put that for the moment. And then the iron nuggets can go in the thingy. And that should basically be organized. In here specifically. I'll just put the dirt with all the other items that are kind of just all together right now, just because I need to finish the mountain, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with them. Because they're also being used to fill things in as well, so there are reasons that they're like the way they are. Alright. So, other than that small corner there, Kenny, it's basically organized. These are items that are being used in this build. In each build. Are you happy? So that kind of goes more to that. Better? Well, you're still not happy, because you'll never be happy. And the cave. And see, this is also stuff that went to this building. Carry this around for now so I can do those. Alright, let me see how... Okay, so we're just gonna do this with these. And then... I'm going to expect perfection. I didn't, but it was. Plenty for the bottom. Obviously the top needs to still be done, but... that makes it a little harder to tell what's on the inside. And I definitely do need more pink wood, so you know what? Very quickly here. Make sure there's nothing else tied to it. I think that's all good. Alright. And then I can get these done, but I'll need another. Alright. Okay. And then finally, I just gotta do the 3 here. Okay. Okay, I gotta go out this way. Yeah. Go. And actually, so that is the completed library outside. There. What do you think? Go sleep. All right. That's just one building out of all the buildings, but I honestly think it already helps quite a bit to have that just be done. To be able to go in and be like, as well, and just see this is gonna be how this is gonna be. You'll have the books go. Obviously, you won't have anything to show there because that'll be the other, but. Yeah, beyond that. Actually, I probably should take the paper I found and actually make a couple bookshelves to go up top. And then of course grab the wood that's necessary for it. Yeah. So we can kind of see a little bit here. So I'm thinking we could have like one here. And of course you have that there, right? But it only goes to like here probably. We can kind of mark like that, and you can have the books in there. And then this one will probably only go to here as well. You can just walk in, but won't be a thing here because otherwise it's supposed to go there. But I could even add like an extra little thing there, or well, we can always go for the old. I don't really care about that, but yeah, it just kind of adds a little look to it. You can even kind of have it go through here. Like so. Honestly, I think that's a good way to kind of keep someone from trying to snoop here. Actually, don't think I really need this here. I might need the dirt, like, in these corners. Only makes sense there, because that'll just kind of let the obtuse there, and then that down all the way across. But I don't think really need to be a lot here. Yeah. I think that's fine. To kind of just... Other than maybe mark out, like... Because I think that if it's grass, you can put glass on it, so you can make a diorama here, if you will. That's lit up on the top. Well, not really a diorama, but just like a grass thing. That looks dumb, but it works. But yeah, I mean, we could do that. I should probably grab some sugar cane and then from there I can make choices and stuff, but I think it's gonna be a whole, I might just set up a little sugarcane farm down here so that I can just kind of just redstone it. Yeah, but I am finishing here. I'm just grabbing the sugarcane for next time, and I'll probably just throw together like a small one. Alright. It should be... It feels like it should be the book at them too. But apparently it's not. Not sure how that came out, but you know what? Whatever. I don't care enough. So, we have the sugarcane for next time. We'll just throw something together easy. Yeah. I do think this is where I want to kind of finish up for tonight. So, but we got this done. We got the library except for the inside done, so that's good. Right now, I think this is a good place to finish. I finished the library. I've got things ready for next time I play, whenever I do play. I think I still want to back off the Minecraft for a bit. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow for some Metroid Prime Remastered, as I do want to continue that, and I think that it'll be good to do it tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful day / night / whatever it is for you. And if it is, if it's night for you, I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. Yes, I am. But also my record. I've gone longer than I should have. But anyway, but yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day / night. And if it is night, I do hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. And yeah. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah.